I remember when you came to LA. Then you were here in LA for many years then, and you
Mhm.
worked on some shows here. Yeah.
I did,
Okay.
yes.
What did you work on, by the way?
So it was kind of fun. I when I was in Colorado, I worked full time on a Netflix movie, and so I kept in touch with all those people. And when I got out to LA, I started connecting with them. And the assistant directors were actually the ADs on Top Gun Maverick. And I had no idea, but I was like, "Hey, I'm in LA and I'm ready to work." And they said, "Great, you want to come to work?" And they sent me a call sheet, and I didn't know what it was because it was like disguised with the title. And I showed up and I was like, "Oh, I'm working on Top Gun. This is cool."
That was your first job in LA?
It was one of my first. Yeah, my first one was a game show in net for Netflix. I got the call as I was driving out to LA. It was so crazy. They're like, "Hey, I have a job if you're ready." And I was like, "Yeah, that's like 2 days after I get there. I'll do it." So it was so cool. And it was like 5 minutes from my house. It was crazy.
And so what about you said something about Westworld? What was that?
Oh yeah, I worked on Westworld as well. Some of the PAs that were on Top Gun also worked on that show. So just kind of jumped on that too. That was fun. That was intense though. That was my first overnight. So that was an experience.
Yeah. So what were you doing before you started Friends of Film? I can't remember.
Before I started Friends in Film, I went to film school and then I also worked at the Apple store. And then I was kind of like, okay, dad's telling me I need a bachelor's degree. What do I do? So I applied at university and then I found your program in the middle of the first semester and I was like, I'd rather do this instead. This is what I want to do is I want to work on set and you helped me do exactly that. It was great. So I
Did you
dropped out of college and did that.
That's what I was going to ask you if you dropped out
Yeah.
of film school. Oh, wow.
Mhm.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay. Then you got on sets in Denver using the
Yes.
program. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then from that experience, then that led you to working with this team that came in from LA into Denver to shoot. And then you
Mhm.
got on Top Gun from that. Yeah.
Yes. That's correct. Yeah.
Sounds
It
pretty
was
typical.